Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. We're having a hell of a correction, a great BTFD opportunity. Seize the moment. Bitcoin corrected after tapping above 102.8 yesterday. We're all the way back down to 96. Expect more extreme volatility. And in today's show, I'll be sharing everything you need to know, including the latest Bitcoin technical analysis. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin ETF's roarback with second day of 900 million plus worth of inflows. We'll also be discussing KULR technology predicts $200,000 Bitcoin price after buying the $97,000 dip. Also, the Czech Republic National Bank governor weighs Bitcoin for future reserve strategy. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin reserve might be established by the potential next Canadian Prime Minister. That's right, Justin Trudeau has bowed out. Who's going to be next? Will they be Bitcoin friendly? We'll be discussing this, as well as Bitcoin on its way to the coveted 1 million price target at 10x from here in 2025, according to PlanB, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. First and foremost, let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth. We should be streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. There's a try stream. I'm going to be streaming over the course of the next couple of hours. And yes, the new cap just arrived. So shout out to my boy Sergio for hooking it up. If you'd like a cap like this, check out bitcoincaps.net. What's going on, Overkill? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome everyone just joining us. A great BTFD opportunity in the markets. So seize the moment. I mean, yesterday it was less than 1,000 sats per dollar. Now you can get more than 1,000 sats per dollar. So stack them sats accordingly. I'm going to go ahead and pin the stream at the top of the X profile. That way you guys know where to find it. If you guys can repost, comment, and all that fun stuff, it's always greatly appreciated. And I always take the time to repost everybody and shout you out. And I'll make sure to follow you back as well if I'm not already following you over on X. You're going to notice it pinned at the top of the profile already. So thank you guys in advance. Gratefulness says nice hat. Thank you, broski. JV Smooth. Yeah, I like that. That's what's up. Thanks for the shout out. Last video showed it to my wife. Have fun in El Salvador. Shout out Christian Martin. That's right. 3 days until I'm El Salvador bound. I cannot wait. Bring facts. Welcome, brother. Flamethrower. Choose into the sat fun. Let's go. What's going on, Overkill? Welcome, brother. Shout out to the East Afro King. Shout out Juan, Crypto Surge, and the rest of the fam. Buying the dip. Music to my ears. Talent Bird. I'm checking the X feed right now. And again, thank you guys in advance. All the reposts, the comments, the quotes, and welcome all the new members of the stream. Yesterday, we birthed 27 new memberships. Thanks to you guys. So it was pretty fantastic. But anyways, theme music, take it away.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day. Maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome everyone to the live stream. It's Jan 7th. Bitcoin did recapture 102 yesterday. We had a hell of a pump, and today a hell of a dump. Pump, dump, pump, dump. Wild. But here we are. You got a discount on the sats, literally down 5,500 on the day. So great buy the dip opportunity, sub 100. Welcome Diana Jones, that callous Asian W stream. Cheers, family. Just checking in, fam. Got to go. Letting the pod play to help JV. See y'all later. Enjoy yourself, Oracle. Hopefully you and the hubby are feeling a lot better. Tuning in from the oil patch says craw craw, mining the fiat, converting into the sats. That's what's up. And of course, Diana, always appreciate you. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the best YouTube show on the planet. Smash the likes and repost on X. Thank you so much. Shout out Dankness and all the moderators. Always appreciate your service. And yeah, Nippinator's chillaxing. You can't see him right now, but you can actually see him in the mirror. He's given us an indicator. I think that's the next buy signal. I don't think this dip will last long. If the previous dip is any, precursor to what we're about to experience, the dips are very short-lived when we're in a bull. You notice that during the crypto winter, the dip seemed to last forever, months, and during the bull, very short-lived, like 24, maybe 48 hours, if that. But shout out to the Nipinator. Pump the likes for the Nip, the new chairman of the SEC. Nipinator's message to Gary: go home and get your shine box, Gary. There's a new Nipinator chairman of the SEC in town. Crypto Surge, free Ross. That's right. He's going to be a free man, hopefully on Inauguration Day, which would be Jan 20th, with the Trumpster as our POTUS. Good to have y'all here. Shelton, thanks for checking in, brother. Welcome to the live. We also have a brand new music video, never shared before. We're going to premiere later on the stream on the Rumble for the Bitcoin Kids video. It's one of the cutest videos you'll ever see. So shout out Shandy 10 Music. Make sure you guys are subscribed to her channel if you're not already. And make sure to follow her over on X alongside the rest of our mods, JCI's Digital Dankness, Crypto Surge, and the fam. Craw, what up, man? But yeah, Ross is going to be a free man, and Gensler is going to be I won't say it, but he's not going to be here much longer. Evening from Scotland. Shout out, Mark. Good to have you here, brother. What's popping over there? I would say the next day, January 21st. Close enough. We got to get him out of the prison. I think he's been there for like over a decade. Crazy, right? I think he got 2 life sentences. There's my fave fam, says Chandy. I was distracted and now I am late. What was I thinking? I was opening up Amazon. Me too. I just opened up some Amazon packages too. Last minute, same here. Last minute clothing for El Salvador. I had to reorder my shirts in a size small. Apparently I'm no longer a medium. Either sizes has completely changed from last time I purchased clothing, or I'm shrinking, and I like to believe they changed the sizes. What I used to fit in, which was a medium, let's say a decade ago, I order a medium, it seems like an extra large. So people are getting more plump, or I'm shrinking. I don't know which one it is, but that's crazy. And I actually I'm attempting to return all my larges, or not larges, my mediums, because they feel like extra larges on me. And they're supposed to send like the UPS guy to your house within 24 hours. It's been a week. No one came. So, Amazon, your system for returns is completely flawed. Unacceptable. But the good news is I got some smalls in today, so I got some clothes that'll actually fit me. Oh my goodness, the Doing made it. The Doing. Maybe overkill, but you bought 2 sizes. Smart. You know what I mean? You never know what size. Life is like a box of chocolate. Ordering clothing from Amazon is like a box of chocolates, Chandy. You never know what you're going to get. If you order Prime, it is super easier to just make it to... Yeah, I know. I guess that's going to be what I have to do. If they don't come by Wednesday, I'll just have to go to the post office or wherever by Thursday to return all those mediums, which feel like extra larges on me. It's crazy. The camo pants do fit. I'm a size 30 in my pants, and they fit perfect. The only things that were too big were all my shirts. I ordered like 7 or 8 new shirts, all medium, and they all seem like extra large on me. So I reordered the things that would come on time in size small, and I just got one of them today, and hopefully we get more tomorrow, and they fit perfect. So I'm officially a size small. Exactly. 3,000. No, 3,000 enclosed usually means keeping 400 enclosed. Good Lord. I ain't on your level. I ain't nowhere on that level. But anyways, my Amazon guy made it through a foot of snow. Amazon guy doesn't have an excuse. Exactly, especially here in Puerto Rico. 22 Fahrenheit out here, just a tad bit cold. We'll stay warm. I'll try to keep you guys warm. Let me know what you think of the new caps. This is from Sergio, his latest design, bitcoincaps.net. If you'd like to cap or cop one of these, tell him JV sent you. He has a fantastic operation. In fact, he sent me a exclusive video behind the scenes. I'll show it to you because he has a legitimate operation producing all these caps for Max and Bukele, and they're basically pushing out high numbers of volume for that Max and Stacy Invitational. So here's his operation. Check it out. Pretty lit. Pumping them out. Because remember, there's going to be hundreds of us in El Salvador attending the Max and Stacy Invitational. So Shout out Sergio. He got the best equipment to produce the best quality hats. Great service. Good guy. Highly recommend it if you're looking for a nice cap. JV, going to have to shop at Baby Gap. Apparently, get me gift cards for Baby Gap for Christmas next year or this year, whenever Christmas is. The cap is dope. Thank you, Rock Mama. I actually feel proud to rock an American flag style hat now that we have Trump coming to office. Not something I would rock with another 4-year Biden administration. I'd be embarrassed to represent the United States because of the leader is horrible. But at least we're replacing the Biden administration and the war on crypto with someone embracing Bitcoin, and his name is the Trumpster. You know what I mean? We got the Nippinator and the Trumpster. It's a great combination. I just watched the video. Amazing. None of my browsers or cell phones will let me get on bitcoincaps.net for weeks, and I really wanted order more hats. I know it's working for everyone. Yeah, that's odd. It should work for everyone. Lizard folks changing sizes on us, apparently. You know what I mean? As if we're not going to notice. Does anyone else relate to my story there? Like, whatever size you are is no longer viable? Or is it just me? Should have a hat with a peace flag and not the military flag. What's the peace flag? Is it deuces? Like, let me know. I don't know what the peace flag look like. Smash the likes. Thank you, fam. And welcome everyone to the live stream. It's a try stream. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Shout out again anyone reposting the stream. We're about to dive into the show. High Priority Network, put by the dip and watch the Bitcoin news. Amen. Just reposted. Diana Jones, best crypto show in the universe. That's right. Especially on planet Earth. BTFD peeps, buy that dip. Shout out Jeff Halverson, just reposted your brother. Shout out the one and only Glenn Cooper, appreciate you, brother, just reposted you. East Afro King, back at it with my crypto news updates. Come join the Nippinator, JV and the fam. I appreciate you giving Nip, first shout out in that. He deserves it. And Crypto Surge, Steven, appreciate you, brother. And again, Chandy, the rest of the fam, keep the comments flowing. Always much appreciated. I will screenshot my screen for you, JVC. No need to reach out to Sergio and let him know. I nothing I can do about that. So I don't know what's good there. But I haven't had anyone else share that. So hopefully it works for everyone else. Sasquatch Saga, Nip for the SEC chair. Nip's already been appointed. He's taken over Gensler's position. He's been telling Gensler to go home, get his shine box. I think it is the time. Let's change it to the Gulf of America, eh? I want the white hat with the blue, Bukelenomics and small. I didn't know he had sizes. Not sure what size. Yeah, you only need sizes for the fitteds. If it's snapback, like this is a snapback, it's one size fits all. If you're ordering specifically a fitted, there's two options. There's, I think, small, medium or medium, large. And he sends me always a small, medium. I guess I have a small head. He claims Bukele and Max have large heads, and he sends them the large, according to Sergio. Amazon will send Jersey drones to get your shirts. How do you contact support on Amazon? I'm trying to figure that out. I can't figure it out. So if you know a secret, let me know how you can actually speak to customer service, because I can't figure that one out. Hello, I made it. It's dog duty. Well, dog duty does call. Subscribe to the #1 Bitcoin music channel, Chandy 10 Music, link in the chat. And also, we're going to be premiering a brand new music video to Bitcoin Kids. It's so cute. Can't wait to share it. Sweet Lid JV. Thank you, Shortcoin. I get all mine egghead size, similar to Gensler, I see. Bring facts. But anyways, without further ado, if you're new to the channel, important to smash the likes, then subscribe and hit that sexy bell icon. Ring the bell. Turn on all notifications. And today is pod episode number 1871. I'm your host, JV. It's January 7, 2024. Bitcoin jumped literally like 5,000 the other day. Today, 5,000, 6,000 correction. We went from 102.8 ballpark. We even had a pump watch, and now we're all the way down to 96. So stack them sats accordingly. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day, fam. As you can see on your screen, blood red, great BTFD opportunity. Bitcoin down 5.5% on the day. We have Ether down 8%, XRP down 6%, blood red, Rex City. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at $3.38 trillion. The Bitcoin market cap just the other day was above 2 trillion. We're right back down to 1.9 trillion as of today. 153 billion worth of the volume, but the past 24 hours with a Bitcoin dominance at 56.6%, Ether dominance back on the decline at 12.1%. Checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, BGP leading the pack, and virtually everything else correcting and in the red. So 99% of the top 100 coins in the red today. And checking out the crypto bubbles visual perspective, Rex City, and zooming out on the monthly, only a handful in the green. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index. What did I say yesterday? I said we're in a 76 extreme greed. The higher this number goes, the more likely of a correction. And lo and behold, big correction today. Today we're 78 extreme greed. Last week is 64, and last month is 79 extreme greed. Also, as I referenced yesterday, you could get less than 1,000 sats per dollar. Well, we're back above 1,000. We're on block height number 878,248. You currently exchange one fiat monopoly dollar for 1,028 sats. So stack the sats, put down the gats, and cop yourself some new Bitcoin caps at bitcoincaps.net. Shout out, Sergio. There you have it, yo. A bunch of the Jeffries will deploy all the tax returns for April of 2025. Cash me out. What are the Jeffries? Like Jeffrey bucks? Are we talking Toys R Us? Toys R Us is no longer in business. How do we get Jeffrey bucks, bro? I thought that was the giraffe from KB Toys. Bitcoin has fallen into the prices not seen since yesterday. What shall we do? Panic mode. Exactly. I put my hand on your hip. When you dip, I dip. We all dip for the biddy. That's what I'm saying. Dip thy dip. Shout out to the Rock Mama. Good to have you here. What's good? What's new? And again, welcome everyone just joining the live stream. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Already close to 600 people here on the pod. I greatly appreciate y'all showing up. Yeah, I mean, while the Bitcoin is going lower before blowing up. But anyways, fam, exactly, precisely. You guys can read my mind sometimes. Shout out, I am Brian. What's good in the hood? Thank you for asking. She's out of good to hear your mom's out of the hospital, crypto surge, and recuperating. That's music to our ears. If you're having fun, let's not forget we're going to have an after party uncensored extended version of the pod today, and we'll be premiering a brand new music video for Bitcoin kids. Bitcoin on sale. Let's go shopping. Exactly. You got a post-Christmas sale extravaganza. The real Black Friday is today on a Tuesday. I was a manager at KB Toys when they went out of... Wow, they didn't have a giraffe. That's Toys R Us. Shit. Well, I'm mixing up KB Toys with Toys R Us for whatever reason. My apologies. Yeah, my favorite store as a kid was Toys R Us. It was like the biggest toy store that existed. Just go in there and get lost. It's like heaven for a child, and it's sad. It no longer exists. When my daughter was a couple of years old, I remember taking her to Toys R Us, and now she's disappointed because whenever we go to Florida, sorry, there's no more Toys R Us. They closed up shop. They've been replaced with Amazon and Walmart. Jeffrey dollars I had forgotten about. They went out with the S&H green stamps. Well, did they now? How was it like working over there, Dankness? Did you get discounts? Some free video games or 25% off or anything? Got my keys, so it's nacho cheese. My cheddar nachos. I like that. It's nacho cheese. JV, what model was the Porsche you had? So my Porsche was, I believe it was called the 718. It was the first year that new model came out. It's like the smallest model. You know what I mean? So it was, I think, considered a Porsche Boxster 718. I don't remember the exact year off the top of my head. I would assume it was like 2016 or 2017. I got it not brand new, but close to brand new as you can get. It maybe had like 100 or 200 miles. And I liked it particularly because the color theme was like my dream car. It was white on the outside with red leather seats, and it's just a sexy combination there. And I maybe had it for 6 to 8 months, and then I sold it before relocating to Puerto Rico. And believe it or not, there's a ton of Porsches here, especially in my neighborhood. Like everyone has Porsches or Teslas or very high-end, very nice whips. You know what I mean? But I like to be low key. I love the time playing with the kids. It was an amazing job. That's what's up, brother. Yeah, it's fun to see, kids having fun, especially at like a toy store. I can only imagine. But yeah, I think it was the Porsche Boxster 718, which is the lower end model. It's not like a super expensive Porsche. It's the more affordable model, but pretty lit whip. Definitely recommend it if you never had one before. It's super cool. I think if I was to buy another one, it would be the 911 Porsche. They're probably like $250,000. Yeah, I mean, the one very similar to what Ice-T, if you guys saw, he recently got pulled over and arrested for not having a registration. And ironic enough, the Ice-T, the same rapper / actor who played that police show, but in real life, obviously, is not a police officer. And he was driving with an expired tag or something like that. And if you guys saw more recently, the pulling over of Ice-T was hilarious because he did not respect those cops whatsoever. But what would you expect? He used to have an album called Cop Killer. I remember because I was like 10 years old when I got it. But anyways, I got a Chevy 2500 HD and an Hyundai Elantra, low-key landlord status. I dig it. Yeah, I was just curious. I got to drive the GT3 on the track. Wow, that was a blast. That's what's up. But anyways, fam, keep the comments flowing. But let's dive into today's technical analysis and check out some of the live charts. As you can see, big correction in the markets. But yeah, headline here reads, Bitcoin price loses 4% on the U.S. JOLTS data as Bitcoin trader warns of a 92 dip. And we're not too far from 92 right now. Here you're looking at the 1 hour chart, and I'll be pulling up the live charts here shortly. So yeah, TradingView showed Bitcoin dipping and continuing to dip at the time of the live. The move came amid the macro reactions to U.S. job openings and labor turnover survey data, which showed a hiring surge and a boost to the labor market. Quoting them here, market catalyzed lower on the JOLTS rising. However, without initial jobless claims going up, a rising JOLT means one thing, job creation. Excited to let the market fall today and back into the longs tomorrow. So enjoy this BTFD opportunity. We may be back on the rise before you can blink your eyes. Fully reversing snap gains from the day prior, Bitcoin was at the mercy of a large volume traders as recently placed support disappeared. Keith Allen from Material Indicators labeled the practice spoofing, the deliberate shifting of liquidity in order books by entities with large amounts of capital. Hence, the whales playing silly games with us. Spoofs are annoying, but they do tend to facilitate some predictable price action for the biddy. Spoofing can significantly impact the price action, which we're witnessing on the shorter time frames, with Bitcoin seeing swings due to the liquidity appearing and disappearing above and below the price. Allen uploaded this chart on Binance, highlighting the removal of recent liquidity blocks. Now, Scoo noted that the late long Bitcoin positions have been wiped out thanks to the retracement. CoinGlass confirmed that more than 30 million of longs were liquidated in a single hour on the day. And quoting Rec Capital, a daily close above 101, which you can see in the black, is needed to confirm a successful retest. And also some eye to potential invalidation of a bearish head and shoulders formation on the daily chart, which I'll be pulling up here shortly, with current 108, all-time highs as the peak, 108.3 to be more precise. The latest retracement, according to Cheds, now puts that theory in jeopardy, quoting him here. Bitcoin Daily now working on the throwback to the broken LH right shoulder invalidation zone. And quoting Justin Bennett, another analyst, testing support now, but lose this and Bitcoin probably test the lows of 92. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst. And now I'll pull up some of the live charts so you guys can see where we're at live and in the flesh. And again, welcome everyone joining us on today's live stream, a great BTFD opportunity, which you can see in the live chart here. Here's the 1 hour via Coinbase. You can see a big corrective move after tapping. Yesterday we were above 102, and today at the time of the live we're at 96, and we may potentially drop even lower as we're currently dropping. And zooming out from the 1 hour, let's check out the 4 hour. We still have some bullish targets in play on the 1 hour and 4 hour charts, sitting at 110. 110.4 to be more precise, and 108.5, as you can see here on your screen. And zooming out from there, we'll check out the daily chart. You can see the clear big red corrective candle forming on the daily after a big green bullish candle yesterday. We got the rising wedgie, my only recommended wedgie, gentlemen. And we do have some bull targets as well, sitting above 110. And zooming out from the daily, get a quick reminder of the weekly. We still have the sexy cup and handle target, which is sitting at $124,000 in play here for Q1. And zooming out from the weekly, take a quick look at the monthly. And as you can see, the first week of January. Today is the 7th day, and so far still in the green as we're floating just above 96 G's, baby. And so there you have it, family. Welcome, everyone. Kids are always putting the toys wherever they could, so my staff was always stocking the shelves. I had to remind them to be a kid and have fun with a guest. That's pretty cool. Hola to the CNA Bitcoin Cafe. Shout out Kia. Welcome, family. Getting my ammo ready for the 92. Doubt it's going there. My brother has an Acura TLX Type R Racing Modified in gold. Tiger's Eye Pearl. Too fast and flashy for me. I'd rather have the sats. Of course, I think most of us would prefer the sats, but there will become a time where you have so many sats, you got to spend some. I'm just saying. Like, give you an extreme example. Think of Michael Saylor, $30 billion in the green with his Bitcoin position. You got to buy some shit as much as you want to, what's the word? Hoard the sats. There will come a point in time where you're so satisfied with your accumulation that you're going to start to look, how can I spend some of these bad boys and actually live my best life? Whether that time is now or it takes a couple of years or another cycle or a couple more cycles, that time will come. And some of you guys have been stacking from 2010. I consider you guys the OGs, especially if you started stacking pre-2012 when there was the first halving. You feel what I'm saying? Ahoy, Bitcoin pirate crew. A stormy day for the biddy. Hold fast, pirates. So my question for y'all, how many sats does one need before you feel comfortable actually splurging and buying maybe a dream car or a dream house or a fantasy purchase? I am curious. Do you need $1 million worth of sats? 2 million, 3, 4, 5 million, 10 million, 20, 100 million, 500,000? I'm curious. Asking for a friend. Let me know. Cars depreciate too fast? Exactly. Cars are typically not assets unless you're collecting like classics or some shit, right? Very rare cards, as rare as a Pokemon card, maybe a Charizard rare edition, then maybe. But of course, the greatest appreciating asset is always going to be Bitcoin. You know what I mean? So I agree with that. And real estate, definitely not a good asset compared to Bitcoin in the sense, yes, over the long haul, real estate does go up. But at the same time, there's overhead and it's confiscatable. Ask Andrew Tate, can they confiscate your houses? Absolutely. They can confiscate virtually anything except Bitcoin. So keep that in mind if you become an enemy of the state, family, right? If you have a low social credit score, which may be coming down the pipeline, you just never know. 21 trillion sats. Now we're talking. I would rather have the sats, but I want the lava orange Porsche. I think we have similar taste there, Serge. Drive a new car off the lot. It depreciates 10% immediately. Well, there is a loophole. You can buy the car with, like I did when I bought my Porsche, with 100 or 200 miles, and you save that 10%. How cool is that? And it's still like brand new. In fact, I had them deliver it to my own house. So that was actually a pretty cool experience. Delivered a brand new car. Not brand new, but 100 miles to the crib. Hey, CNA fam, shout out Chris Klein. Enjoy your coffee. Wow, so late. I actually got my 12 ounces in today, but I'm really looking forward to the Bean of Fire Bukele coffee in 3 days in El Salvador. You feel me? I have a negative social credit score, guaranteed. You're not alone. Just sold silver for Bitcoin, smart move. Sold my Super Duty to stack. When the biddy was 38, everyone thought I was nuts. Who's laughing now? But anyways, keep the comments flowing. I'm going to check the X feed one more time for comments and quotes and repost you guys. Like and retweet by the dip. Thank you, Crypto Dude. Much appreciated. Shout out W. Shout out Shortcoin. Loving the new lid. Well, Sergio gets all the credit on that. Thank you, Sergio, for hooking it up. And shout out Chandy 10 Music. Bitcoin news time, 100%. And we will be premiering a brand new music video for Bitcoin Kids when we get to the Rumble in a little bit after the top of the hour. But keep the comments flowing and let's dive into our next story of the day, shall we? Here's the latest with the Bitcoin ETFs after this freeze frame, which always occurs. Here's the latest. Bitcoin ETFs roar back with second day of 900 million worth of inflows, practically $1 billion. The Bitcoin ETFs attracted almost $1 billion of investors' money on Jan 6, led by Fidelity's Wise Bitcoin Origin Fund at $370 million, while BlackRock's iShares ETF and the ARK21 shares rounded out the top three with $209 million and $153 million, according to data from Farside. And I ain't talking about the comic strip. Wasn't that a popular comic, Farside, back in the day? Bitwise, did anyone used to read the funnies? That used to be the only thing I looked at on the newspaper when I was a kid. My father would always get the newspaper, and I'd just read the comics. And I think I remember one of the segments being Farside. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bitcoin ETF and Grayscale, two spot Bitcoin ETFs, ticker GBTC and BTC saw over 70 million of inflows Jan 6, while the Van Eck ETF and Franklin Bitcoin ETF racked up 17 million and 9 million respectively. The spot Bitcoin ETFs issued by Invesco, Valkyrie, and Wisdom Tree each recorded a zero inflow on the day. Now, when's the last time you actually saw a newspaper? By the way, I'm curious. I think the last one I saw was during Novid. I remember going to Clearwater, staying at a resort, and I remember they delivered the newspaper to the door of the hotel we stayed at. Last time I've seen one, it was a very long time ago. I guess probably extinct nowadays, but who knows? The two strong days, January 3rd and the 6th, almost canceled out the $2 billion of net outflows seen between December 19th and January 2nd. With the latest inflows, the spot Bitcoin ETFs have now accumulated $37 billion of net inflows since the products launched nearly a year ago. iShares Bitcoin ETF by BlackRock leads with $37.5 billion in net inflows, followed by Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund at $12 billion. And then we have Grayscale's GBTC, which bled $21 billion of outflows. GBTC used to be the largest Bitcoin holder of the world. I believe it was like over 500,000 of the Bitcoin. And then all their outflows ultimately just went right into BlackRock's accumulation, which now has over 500,000, ironic enough. In October 25th, a report from the crypto exchange Binance followed that nearly 80% of the demand for the Bitcoin ETFs has come from the retail, not the institutional FOMO like a mofo. Industry analysts such as the Bitwise Chief Investment Officer Matt Hoogan expect more institutional involvement this year when more clearinghouses for the spot Bitcoin trading comes online. That is one of the catalysts behind the Bitwise bullish 200,000 price target for 2025, while Van Eck expects Bitcoin to top 180 G's, baby. And if you don't know, now you know. Thank you for the reminder of the rules. Dankness. Number 1, no doxing or sharing your own info. 2, be respectful, of course. And also a reminder that everything you hear during our stream, there is zero investment advice given. Everything you hear is for entertainment purposes only. If you're seeking investment advice, turn on Jim Cramer. He's the go-to soldier recommended by the U.S. government to listen to when it comes to taking financial advice. So get your advice from the Cramer. If you want to reverse that thing, it's up to you. I don't give investment advice. It's 50 degrees today in Clearwater. Damn, for real. That's crazy. Good morning, everyone. Just my opinion. What's good? How many miles did you put on your port? Not many, brother. I just remember taking it to get my daily smoothie in Clearwater, very locally. Maybe took it a few times to my parents. And then I would go to Clearwater Beach. Top down requirement. When I take the Porsche, I got to have the top down, but it was fantastic. I would speculate maybe 2,000 miles, if that, in maybe 6 to 8 months. So it still had very low mileage when I sold it. And when I sold it, I got what I paid for it, somewhere between $70,000 and $80,000. I'm speculating. I don't remember the exact amount, but I was very grateful to even get what I paid back. So I didn't really lose on that because I didn't buy it brand new where you drive off the lot and lose 10%. I bought it already with 100 or 200 miles from someone who bought it. And then I sold it to someone for the same price I paid for it. So it all worked out in the end. I am Brian 55 Chatty. That's what's up, brother. Bitcoin is entertaining, but I think it was the most expensive car I ever bought, still to this day. Yeah, I mean, but I think eventually I'll get a 911, my dream Porsche. I like Porsches, so I think I would go back to it. I was a very happy customer. No complaints with the whip. Love the sound, love the vehicle, love the quality, the craftsmanship, the stitching of the leather. Like everything was just felt good. You know what I mean? But anyways, rather watch the chart than a mindless movie, of course, and jam out to the Chandy Jams. Low key is better. Agreed with you there, brother. I frozen my pelotes today. Well, come to Puerto Rico, bro. You need to warm up, defrost a little. 9 degrees. Damn, facts. That's pretty damn cold. I couldn't survive in 9 degrees. I don't know how people do it. We should plan for the 1 million party. Precisely. And speaking of the 1 million party, we are going to have a 100K fiesta. The date is February 8th. And for VIP, also it's February 9th. The details will be released probably within the next 48 hours. Make sure you're in our Discord, discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. It's going to be a once in a lifetime opportunity. You get to kick it with the Bitcoin CNA Cafe and get to meet yours truly, Chandy, and the rest of the CNA fam, the mods, and everyone who's going to be attending. And of course, we're going to be El Salvador bound in 3 days. I know Chandy's going to be there for the Max and Stacy Invitational. I'm going to be there. Sergio, who hooks up these caps, is going to be there. Of course, Max and Stacy, and special guest, fingers crossed, please be President Bukele. Please be President Bukele. Please be President Bukele. In fact, I'm going to strike the gong for that to manifest Bukele while we're in El Salvador as the special guest at the Max and Stacy Invitational. Let's make it happen. And let's send Bitcoin back to price discovery where it belongs, shall we? Yep. February 8th, that's the date you're going to want to plan on it. You're going to want to be in Puerto Rico on February 8th. For the evening, the party is most likely going to be from 8 p.m. to midnight at the venue, and the venue will be announced most likely within the next 48 hours as soon as I have my signature on the contract. And we're going to have a VIP bonus day, very special excursion experience with your boy. That's going to be on the 9th. So it's going to be a Saturday, Sunday. I would encourage you guys, to fly in, obviously, to make sure you're here for that weekend. And then my birthday is on the 11th. So we may celebrate a little extra if we have to, especially on the VIP day. Womp. Altcoin season doesn't look good unless it's a large cap, says Curtis Gibson. Word up. I've always been a muscle car guy. Still own a 69 Camaro from high school. Respect, brother. I respect that. Everyone needs a beater. What are we referring to? Car? I hope you're referring to a car. And Kathy, if Kathy Wood was a special guest. Yeah, I like to assume 3 special guests are going to be there, but it's all speculation. Bukele, Michael Saylor, and Jack Mahlers. If all 3 show up, hallelujah. That's going to be phenomenal. But anyways, he did. Serge called me a vampire. I was offended. Is that because you're always late night? You're a late night gal. But anyways, let's continue with the news, shall we, family? And thank you guys again. Eric Tompkins says, I'm interested. For the million party. We'll definitely have to throw $1 million party. And it's going to have to be 10x the 100K party because it's 10x the price point. You feel me? But anyways, keep the comments flowing. Let's move into our next story of the day. Still got so much to share with you guys. We're going to discuss this 200,000 target. Now, we broke down the latest with the ETF volume. KULR Tech predicts 200,000 biddy price after buying the 97,000 dip. That's right. Bitcoin may reach 200,000, which is a modest 100% increase from here during this year's 2025 bull market cycle, according to the New York Stock Exchange listed KULR Tech Group, which bought millions worth of the biddy during the correction. That's right. KULR Tech Group bought over 21 million worth of the Bitcoin at an average price of 97 G's just yesterday, Jan 6, according to their announcement. The 21 million purchase occurred hours before the Bitcoin reclaimed the 100,000 mark for the first time since December 19th. That's what's up. Now, still, Bitcoin may double its price from the current valuation, driven by growing adoption worldwide. According to Michael Moe, their CEO, this may set up Bitcoin for a cycle top of 200 G's in 2025. I think that's bearish and modest, but nonetheless, that's their prediction. Quoting them here. The biggest catalyst is the adoption of strategic Bitcoin reserve by nations and states, U.S., Germany, Switzerland, and any other countries are currently looking into it. Amen. And in December, KULR acquired 217 of the biddy for approximately 21 million, marking the launch of the Bitcoin treasury, as many other companies are following in the footsteps. KULR said the acquisition is the first of several planned purchases as part of a broader strategy to allocate up to 90% of the surplus cash into the biddy. The Bitcoin US Act, championed by Senator Cynthia Lummis, proposes the creation of a strategic Bitcoin reserve for the world's largest economy. Bitcoin may eventually surpass $1 million per Bitcoin. If the Bitcoin Act is accepted by the U.S. lawmakers, according to Adam Back, the Bitcoin OG himself and the inventor of the Hashcash. However, Bitcoin's market cap would need to attract another $2 trillion worth of capital to surpass that 200 mark, which would see Bitcoin surpass Apple's almost $4 trillion market cap to become the world's second largest asset. And there you go. And quoting analysts here, the rally faltered in late December when the Federal Reserve reduced its planned 2025 rate cuts from 4 to 2, despite a modest 0.25% cut during the month, triggering the sharp market correction that wiped over 0.5 TB from the crypto market cap. I guess they're saying half a trillion there. And the latest estimates suggest the odds of a 0.25% interest rate cut at just 9%, while the odds of holding the current rate stand at a whopping 90%, meaning it's most likely they don't drop the rates, but you just never know when it comes to Jay Powell and the Fed. And quoting Binance Research, sustaining these levels over the long term will depend upon the various factors, including the actual implementation of the crypto regulations and the Federal Reserve policy path in 2025. And if you don't know, now you know. Bang, bang, like the B-52. And there you go. And don't forget, BRICS is driving or diving into the biddy. We can't forget the BRICS. Good point there, Greg. Everyone's looking to move away from the dollar. The de-dollarization has began with the inception of the Genesis block. We're all moving to superior form of money we call Bitcoin. The next 100 years is going to be spent fighting over less than 1 million of thy biddy. Amen. And you got to respect that. Very, very finite, limited supply. For the first time in human history, a commodity exists with a finite, limited supply. Immutable. You know what I mean? They can't change it. No corrupt politician or nation can change it, right? Also, it's neutral in the sense anyone can use it. Anyone can use Bitcoin, right? Prayers for Melda. Thanks for the reminder. Melda, if you're watching, this gong strike is for you. We're praying that you're doing great and in good spirits and in good health. And again, welcome everyone joining us. We got 1,200 people on the live stream. If you guys can repost, comment, quote the live stream, I can repost you and shout you out. It always helps out tremendously. That's how we hack the algorithm here, family. And we just get more eyeballs so we can orange pill the masses. It's always greatly, greatly appreciated. Lots of prayers for Melda. Cheers, family. Shout out, I am Brian 100. Are you Mr. 100? That's what everyone wants to know. Are you Mr. 100? Tell the truth.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Hey now. But you already know, fam. But let's continue. I still got a lot to share with you guys. Greatly appreciate all the support. Next story of the day. We actually got to discuss the Czech Republic adoption of Bitcoin, then Canada prime minister potentially adopting Bitcoin, new prime minister, you know, Trudeau, however you pronounce that a-hole's name. He resigned, which is great sign of the times. I don't think anyone wanted him there anymore, including his own people. I just pray he's not replaced by another puppet. You feel me? Which, unfortunately, politics is often that ways, but we're going to be open-minded, and I'll read the latest for you, and then we'll discuss $1 million prediction from PlanB, creator of the Bitcoin stock-to-flow model, and then we'll dive into our live Q&A and flip it into an uncensored after party on Rumble, and we'll premiere a brand new music video for Bitcoin kids. So we got a lot lined up for you. So yeah, the headline here, Czech Republic National Bank Governor weighs Bitcoin for the future. Reserve strategy. Well, Bitcoin is live future, so smart thinking here. The governor of the Czech National Bank, I'm not going to pretend I understand how to pronounce his name, but let's just say Alice, recently considered Bitcoin as a potential diversification strategy for the country's foreign exchange reserves, highlighting growing government interest in crypto as a savings technology. And that's precisely what I like to preach Bitcoin is. It's the ultimate savings technology, mathematically automatically guaranteed to increase your purchasing power against the dwindling purchasing power of the US dollar. And that's precisely what it does. Now, in a new interview with CNN Prima News, they said he was considering acquiring a few biddies for diversification, which couldn't count as a significant investment or wouldn't count as a significant investment for the bank. The Czech National Bank's board, composed of 7 members, would need to approve any decision to acquire that biddy. And when asked about the potential acquisition, Janice, an advisor on the board, confirmed that the bank is not currently planning a Bitcoin investment. But still, this guy remains open to considering Bitcoin diversification for the future. Quoting him here, the governor. To sum it up, CNB is now not considering buying crypto assets for its reserves. However, Governor McCall did not rule out the further future debate of the topic. So you're saying there's a chance the bank will continue its diversification plan via the gold purchases in the near future, with plans to increase gold holdings to about 5% of its total assets. By the time of the next halving, 2028, Bitcoin could emerge as a significant reverse asset next to gold. No, it will. Thanks to its robust yearly returns, the greatest appreciating asset of all time. During the past year, Bitcoin rose over 131%, like a phoenix from the ashes, while the gold prices rose about 30%. Take that, Peter Schiffmeister. It's not too late to capitulate. Bitcoin's 130% yearly returns occurred while the corporate executives were selling stocks at unprecedented levels at a ratio of 6 buyers or sellers to buyers. McCall's remarks suggest a growing shift amongst governments and institutions reevaluating their financial strategies to include the biddy. And according to Andy Leon, author of the Intergovernmental Blockchain, quoting him here, as more countries ponder the path, we might see a gradual redefinition of what constitutes a safe reserve asset. If Bitcoin becomes a staple in national reserves, it could fundamentally alter the landscape of the global finance, pushing for more decentralized and digital approaches to economic stability. However, the Bitcoin price volatility may also be a double-edged sword for the national reserves. A game of chess is like a sword fight. You must think first before you move. A little throwback, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. But anyways, Bitcoin's status as a savings tech is also gaining traction in the U.S., known as one of the most anticipated crypto-related bills, the Bitcoin Act, which we touched upon earlier with Cynthia Lummis proposing it, which is to purchase 1 million Bitcoin over the course of 5 years for the U.S. government and stockpile the biddy. And we all know that Trump takes office in literally 2 weeks. And this is the scenario which I believe, and many other experts, including Blockstream CEO Adam Back, believe will push Bitcoin to 1 million per coin. And even Eric Trump, Trump's own son, just recently spoke at that event in Abu Dhabi in the Middle East, proposing very bullishness for the biddy, which seems likely to take place. I think there's a very strong probability of establishing the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. Let me know your thoughts, and I think other countries will likely follow in their footsteps. We have Canada, which will be discussing next, potentially doing the same thing. I prefer Greenland as 51Zs. We can volcano mine too. Let's go, Canada. Shout out greatness. Shout out Canada, the 51st state, eh? Says Trumpster. In the Bitcoin 16 years of existence, Bitcoin go up 114 million% the same period at the time. The gold up 202%. Choose wisely, my friends. Canada is the USA's crazy little hat. Daniel, no spam in there. You've been warned. Happy New Year, Puerto Rico. Happy New Year's, Puerto Rico. I am off on January 20th. Life is good. What do you mean you're off? Does that mean you got a like a holiday celebration? You coming to Puerto Rico then, brother? Why not? Get out of the cold. Escape the cold in New York. You feel me? But anyways, welcome everyone joining us. We got 1,300 people on the live stream. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. And we're about to dive into our next story of the day, which is going to be potential next Canadian Prime Minister establishing a Bitcoin reserve, maybe following in the footsteps of the Trumpster in the United States. And then we'll discuss the latest from PlanB and his $1 million price target for this cycle. But first and foremost, welcome everyone joining the stream. If you're new to the channel, very important to subscribe. You're going to get an on-screen shout out, and I'll shout you out as well. For those that don't know, we have a podcast like this each and every day, 7 days a week. So we appreciate you guys. And today is pod episode number 1871, making us the most consistent Bitcoin podcast to ever exist. I don't think there's another one 1,870 episodes deep. And if there is, let me know, because I don't know of it. But anyways, welcome y'all. Good to have y'all here. Thank you, Shortcoin, for the moderation there. Daniel, you were warned there, brother.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Forever, Laura.
Take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what.
And let me know if any else of you is going to be in El Salvador and you have the possibility we can link up at the event. Again, 3 days, JV, as well as Chandy is going to be at the Max and Stacy Invitational. So you guys got to let us know if you're going to be in El Salvador. I just bought some more Satoshis. That's what's up, Chris. That's exactly what you should be doing. He's asking stupid questions. What are sats and where's Puerto Rico? Oh, yeah. What kind of question is that? But to be honest, if someone is brand new and doesn't know about Bitcoin, they wouldn't know what sats are. They can be playing stupid, but who knows? You know what I mean? Because if you just found the channel and chimed in because it's live, you honestly may not never heard of that term before. But yeah, where's Puerto Rico? I guess if you're on the other side of the world, maybe you've never heard of it. Who knows? But you got to keep in mind we have a worldwide audience and people do tune in from literally every country you can imagine. I know because of the analytics. We have people that watch in India. Though more than 50% of our audience is United States, the other 50% is all over the world. UK, Australia, New Zealand, African countries, etc. So some people genuinely have never heard of Puerto Rico. I completely get it. It does happen. Bitcoin's going to pump any minute. I am buying the sats. Shout out Owen Spencer. Good evening, Ricky, and the rest of the fam. Didn't anyone see the no handshake for? I didn't see that. What's the no handshake? She got a new no handshake going on. Shout out Leash Waked. Welcome to the live stream. And again, anyone just tuning in. Let's dive into the next story of the day. Exactly. But that is right. Anytime you ask a question, that question could always be answered on Google, but nonetheless, it is what it is. It's all good in the hood. I don't mind questions personally. Questions are good because they help with the algorithm as well. So if you guys want to ask silly questions, feel free. You know what I mean? But just be careful. We do got mods. Philippines here. That's what's up, Shieldman. Curious, have you ever heard of Puerto Rico in the Philippines? You're on the other side of the world, so who knows? But yeah, next story of the day, fam. Let's discuss the latest with Canada. We got the big news the other day. Fantastic news. Everyone's celebrating the resignation of Justin Trudeau. This headline reads, Bitcoin Reserve might be established by potential next Canadian Prime Minister. According to several reports, at least, according to Reuters, Trudeau is increasingly likely to announce he intends to step down. And I think he officially announced it because it was breaking news just the other day. Trudeau's rumored exit coincides with polls signaling a notable decline in Liberal support. According to CNBC News poll tracker, the official opposition, Conservatives led by Pierre, had built a commanding 23% lead with a projected 44% of the vote going to them if an election were held today. Notably, Pierre has voiced pro-Bitcoin sentiments in the past and might usher in policies more welcoming of digital assets. Bitcoin Inc. CEO David Bailey, who was instrumental in orange-pilling U.S. President Trump, fueled the rumors, stating via X that Pierre will deliver Canada a strategic Bitcoin reserve. I hope he's right there. That'd be pretty fantastical. Bailey and others, experts on X, echoed Trump's own plans during his campaign at the Bitcoin 2024 conference. He spoke of establishing the national stockpile for seized biddies and even floated the idea of paying off the U.S. national debt with a Bitcoin. Also, his history with the Bitcoin advocacy is well documented. He once argued that Bitcoin could enable Canadians to opt out of inflation at a time when Bitcoin hovered at 40 Gs. Since then, the Bitcoin price has surged, reaching an all-time high of 108.3, a 170% surge. Pierre famously showcased his support for Bitcoin by purchasing shawarma with Bitcoin in March of 2022, quipping that, "You'll never believe how a shop owner outsmarted the government to beat the inflation. Today, I am buying lunch from him and bringing my Bitcoin wallet." He also posted back in April 2022, the Bank of Canada says Bitcoiners lack financial literacy. This from the same people who promised we'd have deflation right before inflation hit a 30-year high. It is our central bank that is financially illiterate. Preach, as well as money printing deficits, making our wages go up in smoke, like Cheech and Chong in this piece. Hashtag just inflation. We need sound money again. And also freedom for the buyers and sellers to choose the Biddy and any other tech. Despite Bitcoin's strong performance, he also faced criticism from the Liberal Party and other political adversaries. Critics labeled his stance a political wedge issue, prompting him to go relatively quiet on the matter. However, in November of 2024, his speech argued Canadians should be free to decide whether or not they want to use Bitcoin. Preach, adding that he had no desire to ban the Biddy. Smart man. You can't ban it, by the way. You can try, but everyone will circumvent it, just like we have witnessed in bans of China previously. Just preaching to the choir here. Some other nations as well, and he also has been a vocal opponent against the CBDC is good. One stating emphatically, there will be no central bank digital currency. Trump promised us the same thing. And while no official plans or policies have been confirmed, the possibility of a Bitcoin reserve closer than ever for Canada if Trudeau does step down and Pierre becomes the next prime minister. So my question for y'all, do you think Pierre will become the prime minister? Will they adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender or put it on the treasury, such as like the United States plans to do with the Trumpster? Let me know your thoughts, and I'll read those comments out loud. Welcome, everyone, to the live stream. 1,400 people here. Again, we're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. And we're about to dive into our feature story of the day, discuss the latest from PlanB, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, with Bitcoin reaching $1 million per coin. Then we'll premiere some new music video. We'll have a lit Q&A segment, and we'll go from there. You guys, you can't make this up. The man, oh boy. Wow, another 100,000 out of his stocks to buy the Biddy, and he wants to do a wire transfer. Incredible. Chandy's always orange pilling. Just like JC Ice, no matter where she goes, she orange pills people and has great stories. Chandy's next level. I mean, for someone to pull out $100,000 at a time and buy Bitcoin, they're officially orange pilled, in my opinion. So another Trump U.S. state in the north with a Bitcoin reserve. Send it. Trump leadership is changing the world leadership. Do you guys notice that? As a Canadian, I am very confident he will be our next prime minister. I didn't know you were a Canadian. I assumed you are from Africa because your name's the East Afro King. So you're a Canadian rocking the Afro. Good to note. Now he is at the cabin. Word up. A short means you're betting the price will decline and you're going to make money on it. So the longs are the ones getting the wrecked. Precisely. They don't want him to use his money. They're asking him things. Yeah, the bigger the buy, the more questioning they're probably going to ask because of the know your customer laws, which all the major on-ramps and off-ramps have. Keep that in mind. JB, a senator's husband refused to shake Kamala's hand yesterday. Oh, wow. I'd refuse to shake her hand too. I don't shake hand with the lizard folk. Gensler, Yellen, J-Pal, all of them. I'm not shaking their hands. I don't know where their hands have been. That's like trying to shake Biden's hand, whether it's the son or senior. You just don't do it. You don't do it. You don't know where those little hands have been. I wish I had 100,000 to buy the biddies. Don't we all? Don't we all? Canada, the 51st state, or Canada. Unless we sell California first. Please don't do that. BOA, tarde todos o come like. Crypto Love Channel Daily from 2015. Shout out to the Megadon. And he has 13,000 posited through retirement income every damn week. And they don't want him to have his own money. This has now become the 6-hour interrogation. Oh, Jesus. It's pretty sad when they question you like that to spend your own money. Meanwhile, if you go to the bank, they'll probably accept as much money as you want to deposit. But when you go to spend your own money on especially things like Bitcoin, it's like the Spanish Acquisition, is it not? It's crazy. That's the world we're living in. That's a world controlled by lizard folk. I have mentioned I am in the great white north. I was born in East Africa. Well, respect to my African brethren and my Canadians, eh? Didn't have that hard to tell you. Jeez Louise. My husband moved his money to Coinbase much better than Fidelity, and he can buy the price of the Bitcoin quickly. That's right. Coinbase has Coinbase Prime, which is a custodian service. That's what BlackRock and all the major asset managers, the majority, minus Fidelity, are using. They're the only ones who do self-custody. They eating the dogs like they eating the cats. Hide your cats, hide your dogs, hide your cats, hide your squirrels. Rest in peace, Fred. And rest in peace, Peanut. So many lettuce hands, they didn't even deserve the biddy. Shout out Ron P. God bless, brother. Go to the Middle East and try to shake a man's hand as a woman, and you can see they won't enter a deal with you to shake the hand. He didn't refuse. He had a Bible in his left hand and a walking cane in the right. Well, it's probably blasphemous to shake a lizard folk or satanically control possessed person when you're, you got a Bible in hand. You got to keep it godly, if you feel what I'm saying. Daniel, lie, you said the same thing multiple times. Don says California, Washington, Oregon are talking about the Canada leaving the U.S. He didn't refuse. Word. But anyways, keep the comments flowing. We're about to dive into our future story of the day and discuss the latest 1 million prediction. Yeah, we'll invite the sailor too, Stay Frosty says. You damn right. The sailor man. You gotta invite the sailor man. Choo choo. There's only one Mikey Sailor. Shout out Sergio again. If you like these caps, I just got my cap yesterday in the mail from Sergio. You cop this one or any of the customized Bukele El Salvador caps from our boy Sergio at bitcoincaps.net. Like and retweet. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. We do got 1,400 people on the stream. So you know what time it is. You know what time it is? To move to our feature story of the day. That's what time it is. After the freeze frame. Now for our feature story of the day. Bitcoin on the way to 1 million this year in 2025, according to PlanB, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model. So let's break it down, family. Here we go. PlanB, known for the stock to flow model. Let me know how many of you have been following the stock to flow. We've been covering it here on the channel since the inception of the pod. States the Bitcoin is ready for new cycle of growth. According to his analysis, the average price of the Bitty will reach $500,000 per coin in the period between 2024 and 2028. Which is ultimately between last year, the time of the halving, and 2028, the time of the next halving, with a range between $250,000 and $1 million. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model. PlanB's prediction is now set, or nothing new. Since 2022, he reiterated this goal despite criticism and doubts from the community. And according to PlanB, the stock to flow model, which measures the scarcity by comparing the number of the new biddies with the existing supply, provides an accurate indication of the future price levels. PlanB's past predictions, such as the 108 peak in 2024, have further cemented its reputation as a data-driven analyst. That's right. Charts don't lie, family. My forward guidance, he says, for 2025 has not changed since 2022, when Bitcoin was 20 G's. See below, and here's the receipts. He predicted a rise into the April 2024 halving. Check. He predicted a halving around the stock to flow value. Check. He predicted a pump after the halving. Check. He predicted 100,000 in 2024. You know we hit 108. Check. And the next prediction, which didn't come to fruition yet, is in 2025, hit the stock to flow target of an average of 500,000 per coin with a range between 250 and 1 million. And here's the receipts laid out for you right here. This was the original tweet from October 6th of 2022. And like clockwork, I mean, stock to flow, granted, it was a little off the mark more recently for the previous cycle, but I think it's because we had some black swan events which weren't calculated in, but still over the long haul, very accurate in comparison to a lot of the other, metrics which we like to cover on the show. Now, the Bitcoin halving in 2024 occurred in April, is seen as an important catalyst for the expected price increases. As you know, during the halving, the reward for the miners gets halved, resulting in a reduction of the supply of the new coins. This mechanism contributed to the prices of the past, as seen in 2017 and 2021. And hitting you with another tweet here from PlanB. This was actually dated April 17th, so this was around the time of the halving, and this got 760,000 views. In my opinion, this Bitcoin halving will not be different. All the Bitcoin price increase will again be around the halving, buying 6 million before the halving and selling 18 million after the halving. And he says Bitcoin greater than 100,000 in 2024 obviously came true. He thinks the Bitcoin top will be greater than 300,000 per coin in 2025. Then Adam Back chimed in. I am thinking Bitcoin to gold this coming, I guess he means overtaking gold the coming cycle. PlanB says agreed. Bitcoin must take out gold because it has 2x scarcity. Divided by the stock to flow, my Bitcoin top greater than 300,000 per coin is the low end of the 250,000 or 1 million range. Last cycle, I took the high end and Bitcoin decided to go to the low end. Let's see how this will work out. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with that prediction of the stock to flow. In addition, the institutional adoption too. We got the big players like MicroStrategy, who recently increased their holdings of 446,000 Bitcoin, are strengthening the confidence as Bitcoin as a store of value. This not only increases demand, but also sets the firm floor under the price. Strong roots, family. Now, with a forecast value of 500,000 as a guideline, many believe Bitcoin is an attractive asset. I'd say the most attractive asset we've ever seen. However, the acquisition or question remains whether these predictions hold up in a market that offers both opportunity and risk. Well, of course, everything naturally has a risk. No risk, no reward. But here's one thing we know for certain. The purchasing value of the dollar is mathematically guaranteed to increase your purchasing value against the dollar. So it's the ultimate hedge against the dollar. It's the perfect store of value. And it's the perfect savings because everyone who has saved in Bitcoin is in the green. You know what I mean? Virtually every single person who has saved in Bitcoin is in the green. The key, you have to hodl for 4 years or longer, which is a typical cycle. I encourage you to hodl at least 1 or 2 cycles, which is 4 to 8 years. If you can do that, you're going to be very grateful because that's what history has shown us. And we all know they're going to continue printing fiat until the wheels fall off, which is only going to make Bitcoin appreciate that much more. And again, welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. We got 1,400 people here live and in the flesh. Good to have the fam celebrating with us today. Don't forget to join our Discord, discord.cryptonewsalerts.net, anticipating dropping the link to the 100K Fiesta Puerto Rico celebration within the next 48 hours. Very limited seating, very limited tickets. So you guys are going to want to jump on that and plan accordingly. And I'll give you a heads up. The date is going to be February 8th and February 9th. February 8th for those just attending the party venue, and also additional bonus VIP day, February 9th, for those who, attend VIP. So the 8th and the 9th of February, plan accordingly. We have buy more Bitcoin. We keep buying more Bitcoin because we keep losing it. I'm clumsy and I am extremely fearless at the end of the day. Honey Badger don't give a what. The video is very attractive, but it is not the most attractive. It's Sandra Bullock. I disagree. I'm going to go with Bitcoin over Sandra Bullock. Heck, I'd go with Bitcoin over anyone. Anyone else agree with me? Come on, broskies. I guess someone has a fetish for Sandra Bullock. But anyways, fam, welcome. We got 1,400 people on the live stream. Again, I greatly appreciate y'all attending. Number one day of the Bitcoin pod. But what we're going to do, we're going to end the YouTube transmission and continue with the uncensored extended version of the pod over on Rumble and X. So we are streaming right now on YouTube, Rumble, and X, but the YouTube stream is about to end, and we're just going to continue uncensored style, and we're about to premiere a brand new music video for Bitcoin kids. So I strongly encourage you to visit the Rumble. Again, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net, and let's get ready to rumble. YouTube stream should be ending any minute. Let me know, mods, when it's officially over, and we'll continue on